students represent the Chicago public school children that lost their lives to handgun violence during the 2008-2009 school year.
31,000 gun deaths in the United States last year.
I often wonder, what's the main reason for all the dying? I often wonder, when I grow up, what will I be? Will I be a doctor, a lawyer, or will someone cut my life short and sneak up and kill me?
I know that most neighborhoods where there's drugs and gangs, that there's not a lot of job resources. And that goes to a huge economic factor in which jobs were taken away primarily from a lot of the African American communities decades ago, and no jobs or job opportunities or businesses were put back in to sustain a level of financial stability for a lot of families. And now we have an overwhelming violent youth juvenile culture.
The memorial got started because of Blair Holt. This is the stone right here. Blair Holt was killed in May of 2007, and he was killed because a young man got on the bus and decided he was going to spray the bus. And Blair was trying to save another young lady, and he was killed.
You always hear a lot of people say, when a young person gets shot, oh, he was in the wrong place at the wrong time doing the wrong thing. No, 99% of the time, our youth are innocent, young, unsuspecting targets. They were normally doing the right thing in the right place at the right time.
I was at home and I got a call from my old friend. Me being a good friend, I ain't seen him in a long time. I stepped out to go see him. So I was out front talking to him, and I noticed 4 people coming down the block. And out of that group, I noticed one of the people because I went to school with him. For a split second, I looked down the block and turned back, and he had a gun up to my neck. And he was tapping my pockets, trying to rob me. And me being me, I moved the gun out the way and I swung at him and hit him. And after I hit him, he shot me point blank in my neck.
Well, I didn't really join the gang. You know, I was born into the gang. You know, when I first stepped into this earth, you know, they branded me a four-corner hustler because the area that I stayed in. Like, I ain't get jumped in. I ain't have to kill nobody. Like me, I was just a bottom feeder, man. I was just around to witness the big stuff. Well, it don't really take much to get out of the gang. It depends on how you is up on that chart. Like, it's the bottom feeder and the bosses. Like, if you the bottom feeder, you can leave and come as you go. If you know, don't owe nobody nothing. I just walked away, that's it. New cheat, you know, time to start over. Got tired of it.
Who I like to give my respect to? The drug dealers. The drug dealers, I respect them to the utmost, to the fullest. People that live in the house where they daddy go to work, they grow up and get a job. But if you live in a house where your cousins sell drugs, your parents sell drugs, that's what you're gonna do. Stack it up on them, ma. Stack it up for them, ma. Ma, stack them up, ma.
There you go.
Stack them up, ma.
Big cheek.
I told you, my mama is a gangbanger. I won't lie. Like, my mama is a gangbanger.
Excuse me, y'all, I'm going home now. I gotta go.
She used to argue with us at home. Y'all don't know me. And do that like in the house, like with our kids, she used to do that.
Almost every day we hear of children dying. So when we hear of children dying, we know that their loved ones are somewhere crying.
On behalf of Superintendent Weiss, myself, and the entire Chicago Police Department, congratulations, Director Holt.
Thank you. You know what, and I actually wanted that to come up. I took this job almost 20 years ago. After Blair was born, I was still working a job that wasn't paying much. But the way my mom raised me, she says you have to be responsible for your child and your family. I'm sorry that his life was taken so prematurely. I said, Blair, the only thing I can say to your mother is I'm just so sorry that you lost your life at such an age, and the way you lost it so violently and viciously, that it wasn't fair to you, that it should have never happened. I wish it would have never happened. I think that would be something that I would say to him, is that I'm sorry because you deserve to have lived a long life.
Every summer, you know that that there's usually a lot more problems with violence and so forth in the community. We keep our kids busy doing this, that, and the other. I mean, we're performing here, we're performing there. Almost every weekend we have something to do, and it's a large number of kids. So I believe, yes, it saves a lot of lives.
The way I get away from all the violence, my outlet is music and this band.
Come on, guys, stop playing the drums, will you?
Mr. Right could get away with anything because he puts it the right way.
Put your shirt in your pants, son. You just look sorry. Come on, don't look like that. Put your pants up. Don't be on TV, man. You don't want to look all sorry like that. Now put your blue shirt down.
To me, he's like a grandfather because I never had one. And call him Grandpa Right.
A number of our students don't have fathers that they can talk to, and a lot of times they come to me with some of the problems and things that they have, and I try to give them the best answer that I can give them.
Before I got in the band, I didn't know what I wanted to do with myself. And then when I finally got in the band and started getting into music, I started finding out what I really wanted to do in life. Basically found out it was music, and it's one thing I love doing. I can basically say music saved my life.
Kids Off the Block is an organization that caters to young people 12 to 24 years old. We cater to the young people that a lot of organizations don't cater to. The young man that's on the street, who's feeling hopeless, who's in a gang, who's dropped out of school, he can walk through that door, and if he wants to change his life, we're going to help him do that. Kids Off the Block was started in July of 2003. I have 8 kids of my own, 4 boys and 4 girls, and I had one at home who's 13, who is a road runner. And I wanted to keep up with her, and I started hanging out with her and her friends, taking them to the movies and swimming. My mother saw it, and she said, those kids like you. It was 10 of them. She said, they like you. Why don't you do something with them? And I said, no. She said, yeah. And I said, if I started something in the house, would you all participate? And I was like, oh, just you all come in and we sing and write raps and all that. And he's like, yeah, but I want to be a doctor. I want to be a lawyer. And they start coming in my house, and on Fridays I write little corny raps for them, and I invite their parents over. They start telling other kids. I moved out of my living room into my dining room. Then I moved into my bedroom, made that a music studio. My husband said, don't go no further, that's it. Only 3 rooms, so that was it. And that's how it started. I know this organization has saved lives. I've seen young men who were in gangs. I've seen young men who were leaders in gangs go back to school. They go get jobs. They're now mentoring young men on their block, and they feel so proud about themselves. You're talking about swag, now that's swag. And I love it, because I know where they came from.
I'm fixing my community by fixing myself. I'm that broken light bulb in that Christmas tree. You know, when that one bulb go out, that whole line go out. So maybe if I fix myself, I can go talk to my friends, he'll fix himself, and now that whole tree back lit up.
No drugs, job, paycheck, no drug money. Working a job, man. No drug money, man.
I believe that this organization is on the front lines. And I believe that because we refuse to move. We want to stay right here and change the battlefield. So we believe that we right here where we can make a change. And we're going to stay right here.